kitchen and welcome to another Rico Cooks and Reviews. Today we are having Kolokasi, otherwise known as taro, and I've only just recently found that out. All these years I didn't know what Kolokasi was in English. You didn't either, did you? We didn't know what the English...
I called it a yam when we were unboxing it.
Right, okay.
It's part of that family, the yam potato sort of family. Right. So.
Okay, so this, by the way, this is Kolokasi, and this was sent to me by my auntie, and if you follow my vlogs you'll know all about my unboxing when she sent me a whole load of goodies which I will be sharing how we cook them. And Terry, yes, I know you want us to make the artichokes. We will make the artichokes, but first of all I want to show you a photograph that Patricia D sent me. So I know you all like to kind of read each other's comments, and now we can put a face to Patricia D. Here she is looking at one of our food and wine reviews, and she also cooked up this delicious dish. What did she cook up, Rico?
She cooked up the chicken parmigiana.
And she bought the wine as well.
It was a Verdicchio.
But she says it was a different bottle to us.
She said it was a different label.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. But I think what happens in Verdicchio, I think what happens there is it's like they are cooperatives that make the wine. So they all buy grapes, they don't actually grow the grapes, and each winemaker buys the grapes and makes their own Verdicchio. That's why they all have this Verdicchio di Castelli, but they'll put their own label on it. Okay, so thank you so much Trisha for sending that in, because it's really lovely now to know who I'm talking to and chatting to in the comments. And I have been chatting to Trisha for so long, and now that I can put a face when I'm putting the comments, I can see you, and it was just lovely. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that. I am just now enjoying a gin, one of Rico's advent calendar gins. It's, what is it, Rico's? A ginger and something or other. Another ginger one, isn't it? Ginger, anyway, it's pink as well and it's good. Okay, today's wine is a red wine, but I'm gonna let Rico tell you all about it. Cheers, and over to you, Rico. Well, welcome back everybody. As Andri said, today we are having a red wine. We are having an old world wine again. We are going to Italy for the wine. The wine is a Chianti Classico Riserva. Chianti is probably the most best known of all Italian red wines. It's from the Tuscany region in Italy, which lies to the north of Rome, around the Florence area. Of course, it's a red wine, and this particular Chianti Classico Riserva is from the Ricasoli winery. And underneath that word Ricasoli it says 1141, and that's when this winery was established in the 12th century. It is the fourth oldest company in the world that is still under the same family today. And that particular fact caught me, so I had to Google to check on it, and there it is, fourth or fifth in the world according to Google. And the two top ones both being Japanese. Anyway, back to the wine. As I said, it's in the Tuscany region, and I said that Chianti is the most famous of Italian wines, but you mustn't. Chianti Classico is Chianti Classico, and it's got its own domain d'origine controllé, and it's different from Chianti, although it's the same grape. Sangiovese, predominantly Sangiovese, with most of them have a little Cabernet Sauvignon and a little Merlot put in, but very little, probably about 90% Sangiovese. But the Classicos are another level of Chianti, and this is a Classico Riserva. Above the Riserva you get another level of Chianti Classico, which is a Selezione, which is like a Gran Riserva. After fermentation, the wine spends 18 months in oak barrels and then another 6 months in the bottle to mature. It's 13% alcohol by volume, it's got a cork, And a big differentiation between Chianti and Classico is that all Classicos have the black rooster on the bottle. And the reason for this is that in the bygone ages, people from Florence, the area of Florence, and people from Siena were having a feud over the Chianti region. And what happened, they agreed that when the rooster crows, that one would start in Florence and one night would start in Siena, and whoever got, when they met, that would, each area would claim that region.
Remember, you've lost me here.
Well, in the olden times,
Right.
bygone years,
Right.
they decided they were having a feud over the Chianti
Right,
region.
I've got that, but it's
Right.
the night bit I didn't get.
Right, so a knight,
Right.
soldier guy, knight,
I know what a
on
knight
a
is,
horse,
right, okay.
One from Florence
Right,
and one from Siena.
right,
When the crow started crowing in the morning, that it was the daybreak,
right.
as the crows do, they would each start riding, and when they met, wherever they met, that's what each town would take as their area, their cut
Right.
of this region. Okay?
Okay.
But what happened was the Sienese chose a white crow, rooster, and the people from Florence had a black rooster. But the black rooster had been kept in a cage for days on end. And when they allowed it out during the night, it started crowing right away. So the night started going already. So by the time he got to when the other rooster started at daybreak, he was a lot further forward.
Right. Okay.
So that's how they differentiated the area.
So the ones, they got a bigger area.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes, the one from Florence. But the Sienese, because of this story, the Sienese call the people from Florence, from that region, thieves. The liars, because they don't believe the story. That's the crow start, the
Right,
rooster.
so they think he
So I keep saying
cheated.
the crow, they say that they cheated.
Right, okay.
But the people from Florence say they were a wee bit naive. Okay?
Okay.
Anyway, and that's our wine for today.
Show us the label, because it's a very elaborate label.
It is elaborate label.
it
It's
looks
2017.
it looks very royal, doesn't it?
Yes. And this Rocca Gucciarda is the vineyard. This is their biggest vineyard. And this particular Ricasoli, they have the largest area in Chianti Classico.
How much?
This particular wine retails for £15 in Sainsbury's. Today it was reduced to £13, so I picked it up as a bargain. But I've checked online just to see various shippers, and it goes up to £20. So
Right, depending where you get it.
£15 in Sainsbury's, it's good value for money. It's ready for drinking now as a 2017, but it'll be good in 5-6 years' time as well.
And you're looking forward to drinking this, Rico?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to open it and I'm going to decant it and
Let it breathe.
correct.
Pop. Breathe away.
Yep. Now over to our ingredients. Of course, the star of the show today is Kolokasi or taro, and we're going to cook it with some pork. And in this recipe, we're going to use onion, celery, lemon, tomato puree, vegetable stock, some tomato passata, salt and pepper for seasoning, of course, and olive oil for cooking. And I've just chopped some fresh parsley and a wee touch of fresh coriander in there just for the end, just to sprinkle over it.
I just want to add here, I remember my mum, when she used to make Kolokasi, she would always ask for the celery with all the leaves on it. She thought that was much better for the flavouring of the Kolokasi. But we find that really, really hard to get up here. That our celery is all trimmed and you just get the actual celery sticks. It's really hard to find the leaves. These are the inner leaves of it. So Rico here has already prepared one, and he's going to now show us how you prepare the Kolokasi or the taro.
So we're going to peel the taro or Kolokasi. So we're just going to start at that end.
And you need to avoid washing this because it tends to go slimy if you wash it.
That's correct.
And again, when peeling it, do take care. Remember, Rico is a chef. I'd have probably used a potato peeler.
Doesn't take enough off.
Now the basis of this sauce is a yakni, basically, which we use for a lot of our Greek dishes. We can cook peas, beans, a variety of things. This is a basic sauce that we use. So Rico's now just wiping the Kolokasi with kitchen paper, trying to get anything that's left on it off. Top off.
So that's the top.
Okay,
that's
whatever.
The bottom,
I don't know. Right, there we go.
I'm going to hold it with kitchen paper again.
Okay.
So
the art of cutting the taro is snapping it. You do not slice it. Apparently, if you slice it, it then creates that slime again.
Oops.
So you just kind of slice slightly into it, snap off, and that's how you do it. Slice in, snap off, and you continue to do that like so. Slice in, snap.
So what we're going to first do, we're going to brown the meat first of all. We are using these pork chops to make this dish with, but you could use shoulder of pork and cut it into smaller pieces, in which I would put the onion and the meat in at the same time to brown them together. But we're going to brown the chops, take them back out, and then start the process of cooking the onion, the celery and the chops all together.
Okay, so at the moment you have the pot on.
We're going to add some olive oil to the pot.
Okay.
Just let that warm up.
You could
slightly.
even use chicken if you wanted as well.
Chicken, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's the oil in, and that's just to fry the chops. Just to what my mum used to say in Greek, na dago chinisi, just to give them colour, basically. So this is basically the pot that everything is going to cook in. We're just browning them off now.
So we'll add a little salt and pepper just now, and then we'll re-season later on accordingly.
So just turning the chops now. Then we'll just do that with the rest. Okay, that's the last of the chops now, all browned.
And we're just going to fry in the onion.
Okay, and goes the onion into the same pot.
Now we'll add the celery.
So you just let the onion become slightly translucent, yeah?
That's correct, yes.
It took up all the flavours from the chops as well.
So now we can smell the celery starting to cook off. We'll add the Kolokasi. A good mix. Let that cook off for a few minutes. At this stage we'll add a little more seasoning. Not too much because we're still to add the stock cubes and they'll have seasoning in them as well. Bit of black pepper.
Good old stir.
And we'll add some tomato paste just now. This is double concentrate, so it is strong. 2 teaspoons for the flavour.
Taking out all the excess of the puree.
Actually smell the celery is quite strong, isn't it? It's nice. The tomato.
Now adding the chops.
Juice in as well.
All the juice that came from the chops added in. Good old stir. Add in some stock cubes.
2 in this vegetable stock.
I would have added chicken stock.
I'm adding vegetable stock. Going to put some lemon in it. These are the, I believe they're Cypriot lemons that your auntie sent. Juice of a whole lemon, and then when we taste it at the end we can always add the other one. So we're going to add some crushed passata, about 200 mils there anyway,
Just added the water to the bottle just to shake out all the excess.
Give that a start. So we're going to add some water to this now. Don't forget we've already added the stock cubes. So this is just like stock basically.
Just to cover.
And that should be just enough at that.
I would add more, I would just make sure it's all covered.
No, don't forget, see when this starts to cook, Andri, it'll make more juice. That'll do. Put a lid on it.
And you just leave it now until it all cooks off, basically.
Yep, about 45 minutes to an hour. So this has been cooking for an hour and 15 minutes and it is ready now and we are going to serve it.
And we know it's ready because the taro root is now tender when you put the fork into it.
Yep.
Rico's going to make this look pretty. Well, he's going to try and make it look pretty, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to put a whole load of that juice onto my plate so I can dip my bread in it.
Well, this is a ladle to get the juice out.
Oh my goodness me. Wow. Cheers!
Well, we haven't tasted the wine yet.
Right.
So, certainly plenty of fruit on the nose. Deep dark fruit. It's a lovely colour of wine as well. If you look at it, nice deep, almost ruby in colour. It is rather nice. It is rather nice. On the nose, I sort of get this sort of, I get this sort of cherry, deep sort of a dark cherry, but not a sour, something that's sweet. But when you taste, you get that full flavour of the wine. It is really nice. Quite.
You're getting sweet. I get sour.
But if you listen to what I said, you don't. It's not that on the nose. It's not when you. On the nose, it's not sour.
Okay. No, it's not. That's right.
Yes, you get that sort of nice, sort of like a jam almost, like how you smell a cherry jam or something like that. But then when you taste it, you get the dryness, the tannins are there. The flavour's lovely.
I don't think it's strong in tannins actually.
Okay. I think you're wrong.
Nothing new there then, Rico. Right, I'm going to try my Kolokasi, which I cannot wait to get into.
Right.
Oh, nice and tender. Mmm. Mmm. Absolutely delicious. Then the flavours of the celery. And you've got to get some bread and dip it into the juice of what we would say zumi, and then delicious, Cheers. Cheers. And the wine suits it. It really does. Absolutely delicious. Right, we're gonna have to go because we really want to get stuck into this and really dip the bread in. But before we go, I'd like to say, if you would like to see more videos from us, I will link one here, and if you're not already subscribed, just press the A right here and don't forget to send your pictures in, and we'll see you next time. Bye! Yummy!
Bye!
Bye!